Hi everyone, Alex here. Today I thought I'd do a video where we look at emulation on an Android phone. It's not something I really do, but since I got a new phone recently, say about a month ago, this is the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus, and I got it refurbished, so it's actually a lot cheaper than what you'd normally pay for a normal phone. And because it has a Snapdragon 855, I think, in it, it's good enough to do a fair bit of emulation, and I wanted to pair it with a Bluetooth controller. I had a look at some different ones. This isn't a review, by the way. I just bought this myself and testing it. I don't actually love it. I think it's good enough to do what it needs to do, though. I probably think when the backbone comes out for Android, that might actually be one of the best options if you're really into doing gaming on your phone. I actually prefer a dedicated handheld like the Odin, for example, which we're not touching today. We're putting this one down for a bit because it has great battery life, and you can, sorry, I hit my camera, you can pop it in your bag, do a lot of gaming on it. Whereas I've noticed, for example, if I was to do quite a bit of gaming on the phone and then I needed to use it for other things like FaceTime or just other general use, then the battery goes quite quick. And since the phone is a multi-purpose device, I'd rather not do a lot of gaming in it. But yeah, anyway, so let's get to it. So this is the controller. You have to pair it by holding up and this button, which I think it already is, and connected by Bluetooth. It slots into like that. Now we can actually start using it, and this phone, it has a game launcher, so I put all my emulators inside here, so we've got quick access to those. And the phone, the controller is paired to the phone, so now I'm using the controller, which is great. In this case, this controller actually needs to be charged by itself, so you have to charge two devices to use it. Bit of a pain in the ass, but if you really wanted to do that, that's the way to go. There are some controllers that when you pull this out, there will be a way to connect it to your phone and use the phone's power supply, I think. I don't know how great that is. And yeah, I just want to make a couple of comments about this controller. So when I first got it, what I noticed immediately was these L2 and R2 buttons would stick into the controller, which I did not like. So I had to unscrew the screws just a little bit, and that seemed to help it for some reason. And then here, this is actually a stick-on D-pad. The D-pad buttons here are the same as these, so they're Switch style or PSP style. I really don't like those. I actually bought a couple of these for my Switch, and honest to God, they're a lot better than you think. They work pretty damn well for 2D games, and it's quite comfortable to use. And then the last comment really I have about this is you've got these two sticks, and well, these yellow circles actually prevent the motion of the stick, so you're going to find that you get stuck on diagonal movement, and you can actually take them out. And I'm going to show this. So you can pop the top off, and I've got a pair of tweezers here, so I'm going to use them to... I did this easier earlier. It was actually quite quick. Oh, now I've just broken it. There we go. I actually grabbed into the plastic thing there. Okay. I did that on video, that's great. So now I can put this back on. Just have to twist it a little bit to find the angle. And now I have the full range of motion. However, it's open now. So if you're out in the rain or something, then you're going to break the thing. So don't do that. The only thing I could suggest was actually file the inside of this down and then put it back, or somehow come up with some rubber disc you can put inside to cover in. So I'm going to leave this off for the rest of the video, but that is a way of getting the movement better. That was pretty bad. When I did that before the video, it just came off. Right, well, let's do some gaming. So let's start off with the simple stuff. We'll go into RetroArch, and I've set up some like simple button hotkeys here. So I jumped into Zelda earlier, and we're gonna load a state. I haven't put too much work into this. I just press this button and the overlay goes away. The stick works pretty good, although D-pad's a little bit better. The one thing I don't really like about this controller is the placement of the buttons. It's still kind of like Switch style, but when you're holding it, so you're getting comfy and then you have to like reach down with your thumb down here, I find that quite annoying. And the L and R buttons, they don't, like, you can hear they're a bit, I don't know, I don't want to say loose, but there's a certain amount of comfort to be desired on this device. However, when I say device, I mean the Bluetooth controller itself, but very functional. You can sit here quite comfortably and play these games. And it looks pretty good on the phone. The iPhone, not the iPhone, the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus actually has really nice screen. It's a very nice screen. I don't think I even have the brightness up very much. When I started the video, the battery was about 98%. And I think the brightness, I might have had it at adaptive brightness and maybe had it halfway down. So this is Zelda on the Game Boy Advance. What I've found with the Note 10 Plus is you can basically get up to about Dreamcast and then it starts to not perform very well. So the functionality of this phone for emulating, I would say, is about as good as a Retroid Pocket 3. At least I think so. Anyway, okay, so let's play a different game. I have to remember that these buttons are backwards for me. On the Odin, it's like that's go and that's back. Except here it's that's go and that's back. So, yeah, everything in RetroArch just works lovely. Let's pop in some Super Mario. I have to pick the emulators because I have not really done much gaming on this phone. For me, this is a curiosity thing. Turn the volume up. Yeah, curiosity thing. I'd still rather play games on the Odin or something, but so I've never been a phone person, ever. I had a... Oh, it feels weird to use these buttons like this. I'm holding the run button with my thumb, and then pushing with the other one, and okay, that's a little bit better. I really need to swap these buttons around. Ah! Yeah, so it was only like, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years ago I had my first smartphone, which was a Samsung A52 maybe? And I thought, I gotta get a smartphone now, so I just got one that was like decent enough, good camera. But then, unfortunately, a few months ago or so, I broke it. Because I dropped it in the bath, because I'm an idiot. Well, no, the idiot thing was to not turn it off. I left it on thinking it'll be okay, it'll just come out the speaker, because yeah, and no, that's not what happened. It eventually broke. So I had to get a replacement Android phone. I wish I didn't do that. I bought one, a fairly cheap one from Amazon, so like less than £100, $100. And let's have a look at another emulator. Let's check out Super Nintendo. Ooh, Dracula X. Okay. Oh yeah, I downloaded some cores. I think I just looked at retro game cores like Android Guide, and I just sort of chose ones that were most ideal for Android phones. Anyway, yeah, so that cheap phone, honestly, I was so surprised at how poorly it functioned. Like pressing buttons, opening apps, just slow, so slow. It was horrible. It was actually driving me crazy, and I don't even use the phone that much. So I decided, okay, I'm going to get a new phone. I was actually going to wait until Black Friday, but I couldn't any longer. That's when I started to look like what kind of phone might I want, and I don't really need something new, current. I did have a look at the Red Magic series because those are gaming phones, but then I was just convinced, you know, I was trying to... Ow. I thought it'd be great to have a really good gaming phone. I just thought, I'm not going to do that. You know, I actually wanted to do a video where I basically talk about the idea of having gaming on the go, but trying to understand why you'd want to and what purpose you'd have. You might want something that does everything, but I think it's better to have a device that is like tailored to your specific needs for a variety of reasons. Price, the build quality, how it handles, how you like holding something. Like this, for example, is not how I'd like to play games. As I said, it's functional, but it doesn't feel comfortable to me. And I don't want to try and work around this, like create a grip for it or something. Nah, I'd rather do something else. So I think it's like a good idea to really think about why the qualities you want out of handheld gaming. So I just wanted a decent phone, really, that was semi-current, could potentially do this and that, but for the most part I just wanted a very functional... Are you supposed to go back? Functional phone, good camera, and honestly, I looked at different reviews, different phones, and after I bought this phone, I started to go, oh no, did I just buy the wrong phone? And after looking at lots of reviews and things, it turns out this is pretty much the perfect phone for my exact needs. And I didn't have to pay an arm and a leg for it. It's an unlocked phone as well, so I don't like doing contract or anything like that. Oh no, I made it. So that's RetroArch. I set up a hotkey to get out of that quite quickly. So that's all your like really retro titles. Let's have a look at N64. Jump into some Mario and I can resume. That's lovely. Is the overlay going to go away? So I've set this up how I'd set this up on the Odin as well. So this has got widescreen hacks. And it stretches all the way across this phone. So this screen is like even wider than like the Odin or a 16:9 screen. So actually it looks really gorgeous. Love it. Now this is one of those games, because I've taken the yellow disc out. I really did butcher into that. Taken the yellow disc out and it's made like running in circles, for example, so much better. Maybe I'll get to test a game later where I have to do like angular movements with the right stick. That's another thing I don't really understand. So if you're playing, say, I imagine this controller is more designed if you want to play shooters on Android. And it's okay, so you can like move, aim, and use the triggers, but then you gotta like really reach down for these, because now you're set up like this, ready to go for shooters. But then whenever you gotta press buttons, I don't like that, the way my thumb feels doing that. Even now, actually, I'd say after using this for 10 to 20 minutes, you do start to move your hands around a bit, like, okay, this could be a bit comfier. as so the build is like okay. There's a curvature here that's not bad. It does like push into your palm a little bit, not heavily though. But it's one of those things when you're moving your hands around to get around to certain buttons and things, you just want to feel like the controller is just snug in your hand. But this is actually pretty cool. Now we're playing games that fill like the entire screen. And it gives me like one of those feelings when you have like an extra wide monitor for your PC or something. And this is very playable. I've set up the buttons so I can be like Z jump. Pretty damn cool. Alright, let's get out of here. I don't know the easiest way to do it. I'll get rid of those. So, N64. Let's have a look at whatever emulators we have here. So we've done a couple of more retro ones. Oh yeah, I did have PS Play on here. I can't remember if I've checked this out, but that's probably really cool to do on your phone. Let's have a look at DuckStation. I had a little look at Final Fantasy earlier. This also has widescreen hacks on. It stretches out quite nicely on the phone. Such an epic intro. I think when it comes to like a JRPG, one of the best things you can do as a developer is create such like an iconic intro, because it really creates like an investment for the amount of time you're going to get thrown into this game, since usually, you know, JRPGs are quite lengthy titles. So it kind of annoys me when a JRPG is good, but it starts off very, very slow. So like an example of that for me was, so Persona 5 was a bit slow. I'd say it takes like several hours before you really get into the real meat and potatoes of the game. And then suddenly you're like, oh, wow, this game's amazing. I actually really like Persona 5. I don't think I'd put a fast forward button in this. Cloudo. This is also probably the type of game that works well for like Bluetooth headphones. I think this phone does not have a headphone jack in it. I can't remember actually. But oh yeah, because of the widescreen, he just ran through the wall. With these pre-rendered background games, if you are gonna like use widescreen, you probably want to decrease the ratio so that instead of 16:9, it's like I don't know, 13:9 or something. I can't remember what I did before, but one of the games I tried that with, because I'm running through all the different backgrounds. Okay, let's back out of there. Can I use the controller? Yes. Oh, which button is it? This one. Okay, that looks cool. I think I remember checking out Resident Evil 2 on here. Yeah. This might be another one of those games where the backgrounds are not... I'm probably going to run through different things.
Freeze!
I don't know why he makes me laugh.
Hold your fire! I'm a human!
I love how he's just...
Sorry about that.
He's basically told a zombie to freeze.
I thought you were one of them.
Yeah, why would you tell a zombie to freeze?
What's going on in this town? Hold on.
And why didn't you lock the door earlier?
By the time I noticed something was wrong,
Not that it matters. They all burst through anyway. So that's funny. I didn't actually think about that very much. See you, Kendo. It was nice knowing you. Oh, I'm stuck. Wait a minute. I think if you wait long enough, you watch it happen? There you go. Why is he hanging out at the window? No, Kendo! You bastard zombies. Oh, we're gonna do it. I was expecting to suicide. Oh, I might be wrong. No! Get away from me! Well, there you go. We avenged Kendo. You right there, buddy? He has stopped breathing. Oh no. Does he come back as a zombie? Alright, I think that's a good look at PlayStation. Let's have a look here. A quick look at Mame. I can't remember what games I've put on here. I think I put all my Odin games on here, basically. Like anything retro, or that's all there. So all of these should be working. What's Knights of the Round? It's probably some cool Capcom beat 'em up. Oh no 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 no! I keep pressing buttons. I forgot how I set up. Listen, it's so clicky. I don't like how loud those are. I keep meaning to play more Mame games. I think I had a bit of a break from my Odin because one of the sticks broke and then one of my L buttons broke. I got a repair kit and now it's all good. It's lovely. I got everything fixed. I actually want to start playing some more PlayStation 2 games on there. I'd recently been playing God Hand, which is really fun. You know, I wish it had some kind of lock-on system because it, whoa, whoa, because it can get a little weird targeting enemies sometimes. I love the excuse to do more videos or more PlayStation 2 videos for the Odin. I actually would like to have a look at the latest build of Aether SX2 and check out like the Ace Combat games again, because I felt like those were games I would like to see a bit more performance squeezed out of them. So I would say Ace Combat 4 and 5 are actually quite playable as long as you're in cockpit mode. The moment you go third person and you can see the plane, like it starts tanking frames and it's frustrating because I would rather like to see the plane, you know. I'm one of those people that likes, you know, like Rogue Squadron and Rogue Leader because I can see the spaceship, you know, the X-Wing. I died. Whereas I did also totally love games like X-Wing versus TIE Fighter on like PC. But it's my preference to like see the ship and stuff. It just feels more fun to play. And then you get like purists that go, how dare you? Why aren't you playing these games in cockpit mode? Alright, that's a good look at Mame. So, yeah, retro games are just going to work great. PSP will be a good test. Let's have a look at that. Do I only have one game on here? No, I have several games. We had to look at some Castlevania earlier. Let's check out Power Stone. I don't think I've ever played this version of Power Stone on the PSP. Now PSP goes across the screen really nice. I played these a bit on the Dreamcast. Not when they came out. It took me a while to get around to them, but they are very fun multiplayer games. I don't know if this is online or how you'd play this multiplayer on a PSP. Yes, love the Power Stone world. I haven't actually tested much PSP on here, but I think that it runs basically perfectly on this phone. I think one thing that actually surprised me is I thought that the Snapdragon 855 was gonna be like pretty good. Like, so the Odin has an 845, I think, but it has an Adreno GPU and it also has overclocking, whereas this is just the 855 Snapdragon, and I expected it to be decent, but no, it is actually a worse system overall than the Odin. And it makes you appreciate a bit more like what goes into the Odin and the kind of gaming you can get out of it. So we'll have a look at this soon, but PlayStation 2 on here is just terrible. I think there's like a couple of games you can probably get running, like maybe some 2D ones. I did look at some like more optimized games, things like, so like Resident Evil 4 and Spider-Man 2 are like very well optimized games on A4SX2. I also haven't done a ton of like optimizations, so I probably just looked at the Odin, the settings I have on the Odin's PPSSPP, and just basically copied them on here. But, you know, for different devices you should like look at the settings and tweak around and see what is actually going to work a lot better for you. Yeah, I threw her off the plane. That's awesome. Yeah, PSP is really nice on here. No stutter, nothing really out of the ordinary. So we've checked out PPSSPP, PlayStation. We'll look at Skyline in this, at the end actually. So RetroArch N64. Gonna look at Nintendo DS, but not with the controller. We'll do that later. Let's have a look at Sega Dreamcast. I only put like a selection of games on here. Yeah, let's check out Crazy Taxi. Just need to double check if I put cheats on. Widescreen is on. Let's restart it. I have a fast forward, but I can't remember if it's a toggle or not. Taxi! God, I actually saw this game earlier. There's a Twitch streamer called Maximilian Dude, and they do a weekend thing sometimes called Yo Video Games. And they were doing like 23 years of Sega Dreamcast. Like a birthday thing. I'm not even going to pick up any fares, I just want to ride around. And yeah, they were checking out loads of different Dreamcast games. And then right at the end, they were like checking out Crazy Taxi. And God, I used to play this game a lot when I was younger, like a lot. I was the kind of person that could turn on arcade mode and I'd still be playing an hour later. I was addicted to this game. To the point now where I actually wonder if I had to look back on my VMUs and checked like what my high scores were. Like are they like world class high scores? What if I got like the #1 score in the world? I doubt it, but that'd be hilarious. I just never knew. Yeah, Dreamcast runs great on here. Let's have a look at another game. Yeah, let's check out like Marvel vs. Capcom, because I just want to show like on this controller, for example, how it's not really great experience to play these kind of games. It's a bit better with this stick-on D-pad. Capcom. I don't know who to pick. Oh, Jill Valentine. So yeah, this runs great on this phone, but yeah, it's the experience of like, does it run great? We'll have a look. Maybe this stick's actually not too bad. Using the D-pad feels weird. I have to try and feel a way I can... Nah, this D-pad you cannot reliably do like down towards movements and things. So we'll try the stick. Okay, that's pretty cool. Oh no, check that out. Some slowdown. Okay, so maybe that... I think at the moment it's in 1080p, but you'd probably set it to 720, it'd be fine. Oh no, I just sent Jill to her death. Okay, not terrible with this stick, but I still don't prefer it. Alright, let's try and do a super move though. I can't. Is it like 2 buttons? I don't know, whatever it is, it's kind of uncomfortable. Can we get out Spider-Man again? Because I think I know his. Nah, it just does not feel great actually. Alright, let's have a look at one more Dreamcast game. Oh yeah, we'll press this button. So, we'll go to games. And... I was going to look at Jet Set Radio, but I don't think I have like a save, so... We'll do this. I think I already set this up for widescreen. Just pick anybody and get in there. So again, fills out the screen really nicely. Oh my god, playing a tennis game on the capture is a very bad idea. A very bad idea. No way. I can barely see the ball. No, I just wanted 1 point. Okay, never mind. I swear I put it in priority mode. I swear. I did. Look, priority mode is on. Turned it off. Turned it on. I'm still getting messages. I think it's a curse in my videos that I just... Stop! I put it in priority mode. It's not supposed to show messages. Ugh, every time, I swear, every video my phone just goes off. Alright, so we've gone up to like basically Dreamcast. That's really good. Let's check 3DS for a moment. No, I didn't put any games in there. Definitely means that's not going to work. I had a little look at Dolphin. So, let's have a look at Super Monkey Ball. Well, that's not good. So I think I found in this game, the way I set it up, if you go to main game, and just get started. It actually runs okay in MMJR. I haven't gotten to the later levels. Yeah, not bad at all. Oh, I nearly fell. And this is one of those games, again, if I had that yellow circle on, the movement in this would feel really weird, and a game like this, it would be like unplayable. The amount of times you have to do like precision movement. Oh. But yeah, I'm also fairly confident that the later you get into this game with some of the bigger levels, oh my god, I kept trying to do it on the capture, it's so hard. It will probably slow down. And I'm going to show you a game mode in a moment. Oh, it just slowed down a few times there. It's slowing down now, actually. Yeah. Gross. Bad. Load save. Because I'm going to show you a definite example of where it's just not going to run well. So game start. Mini games. No. Party games. Monkey target. So when you get into monkey target, oof. Yeah, you go into monkey target and then suddenly it's like it caps to 30 frames. The whole thing. It's like, nah, can't play that. But I wonder, like, phones that are capable of doing like GameCube and higher, how fast must that drain the battery? Ugh. Hearing crackling sound is not pleasant. I think... Oh no! Boom! I think this is at 1x resolution. Wait, do I double tap? Oh, yeah, I think it's at 1x. Because I remember trying out Zelda and I put it to 1x. And then it started to play a bit better. So this is like my save file I took from my Odin. And at 1x, it started to be like a little bit more playable. And this has like the high roll speed hack and stuff. Like I really wanted to like demonstrate this on the phone and see how well I could get it running. But at 1x on this phone, it's not terrible, but when you start going to some more like open areas, the places where you'd expect it to struggle more, then it starts dipping down like 20, 15 frames, even worse. And this is one of those games where actually this joystick feels a bit odd, even with like the full range of movement. But yeah, frames are dipping a lot more now, and it will get worse in like the open world. So, I said I wasn't going to do... I'm not reviewing this controller or the phone, but I guess this kind of video is basically like an insight into what Android gaming's like, especially on what some might consider a higher end phone. I think I've seen 1 or 2 videos actually where they're saying if you've got like a spare Android phone, why not turn it into a gaming device? Which is actually a pretty good idea. It's not slowing around. Slowing around? I mean, it's not slowing down at all. So, if you do have a spare Android phone, and it does have some power behind it, I'm not saying it's likely that you've got an Note 10 Plus lying around. Yo, even in like Hylia, it's not that bad. Okay, this is pretty cool. And what I paid for this phone, I don't think it's worth like paying again just to make an Android gaming device out of it. I think it's a better idea to like go for something like an Odin. However, you can get like phones like these rather quickly. I think mine was shipped to me like within a couple of days. But then you have to get the controller. And this took a little bit longer actually. I might have got it from eBay. That's interesting. There are some other parts of Hyrule Field where this was not running fantastic. So I wouldn't actually like recommend playing this game on this device. But I am surprised being in this location and it's like running good. It looks pretty good too. Oh, there you go. Start doing some stuff and it chops a bit. So let's have a look at Super Dreamcast and these. I think PlayStation 2 and then Skyline is the last thing we're going to look at. So PlayStation 2, I've only got a couple of games on here. I think I was actually kind of surprised to find out that SSX Tricky was working semi-decently on here. Okay, I do have a save state. So I would say a lot of games for the PlayStation 2 are not going to work well on this phone. I'm pretty sure this slows down at some point, but it is pretty cool though, it's running like this. I think I checked out Burnout 3, and Burnout 3 did not run good at all. But Tricky actually runs pretty decent. And these are with the settings I set up on the Odin, so this is like hardware download mode off. Can't remember the other settings. This is also not the latest version of Aether SX2. At least I don't think... I can't remember which version it is. I don't know if it's auto-updated from the Google Play Store, but yeah. Oh, there you go. I know it slows down later on in this track. We're starting to feel it a little bit now. Also, it's track 2 and onwards that actually get worse. That's when you need to turn hardware download mode on. And, can we quickly check that? Let's, quit. Save. No, thank you. I don't think I have a fast forward button set on this because I don't have any like extra buttons to press. So we'll go to single event. Just pick a character. And if I find out I don't actually have track 2, I'll just quit the game. Okay, I do. Such a banging soundtrack, dude. If you ever like thinking, oh, I need some good music to listen to, check out SSX Tricky again. Oh god. Oh god. Sorry. Okay, I'm feeling it tug a bit now. And you can see hardware download mode is on because you can see all those lights through the 3D models. Still running decently, actually. It does feel like it's slowing down a bit. That might be one of the underclocks I have on. That's probably causing that. Oh, bad. But all in all, not that bad. Let's exit game. Let's see what I did with Resident Evil 4 on here. Check out load state. No, wait, is this going to run well too? Oh my god, it does. How have I forgot this? I mean, this is an optimized game, so I shouldn't be too surprised that it's running decently. I think it's at 1x. I'm sorry, this controller's a bit weird. But I'm definitely of the impression that I would say maybe, let's say like 30% of PS2 library is going to be potentially playable on this phone like this. Although, oh my god, I really don't like playing this with this controller. Again, with the yellow disc thing in the way, it's really hard for Leon to do those like steering turns. Like, he would just sort of stop and turn left and right before you go forward again. Oh! So, bugger. Now I've made it look like I've selected particular PS2 titles to make sure that this looks better than it is. Nah, I definitely tested Burnout 3 and it did not run good. I feel like I tested something else and that didn't run well as well. But maybe they'd run better with the latest Aether SX2. I don't know. Okay, so we're going to Final Emulator. We're gonna have a look at Skyline because I have, because I have Sonic Mania on here. Now, I think this runs well until you get to the bonus stage. We'll have to double check that. I always seem to somehow get to the bonus stage, even though I'd never remember where it is. So we'll see if that happens. Always pretty cool when you realize you can play some Switch stuff on anything. And I don't think this is the latest Skyline build. Actually, I think this is at a point when maybe, I can't remember when it was, maybe a month ago, they released a build, but Sonic Mania wouldn't run on it for some reason. So this might be an even older build. So like a two-month-old build maybe. Whereas the latest Skyline builds are actually pretty impressive. Still, Nintendo Switch emulation isn't something I'm really looking into. See, I found the stage. They designed it so well. Okay, this is where we see actually it's dipping down to 40. And these bonus stages are actually really slow. Emulating a Sonic game and having slow down, it's just, it doesn't work. Ah, we're gonna fail. Go on, Sonic. Wait, what? What did I hit? Oh, I thought you could jump off the edges. I'm pretty sure some of those levels you can fall off. So, yeah, Sonic Mania playable, but if you want you play without getting the emeralds. No Supersonic for you. Uh-oh. Oh, lucky. Wait, what's these? Does anything happen? Oh, it has this mode too. I forgot about this. I am not doing this. This will drive me crazy. Wait, I want Sonic to die. I don't really want Sonic to die. Okay, so that is gaming on a smartphone, Android, doing different emulators. And I'm not exactly sure the length of this video, but if I do this, we can see we're at 87% battery. So that's not bad for what we just did. But I do know if you were going to do like GameCube or PS2, for example, and then you like really got into it, that battery would go fairly quickly. Now the last thing we can look at, and I'm going to take my phone out for this. Yeah, so we're going to look at Nintendo DS. And one of the great things about this phone is that it has a little pen. So if I was to load a game, I can't remember which one I checked out. I think it was Advance Wars Days of Ruin. This has a mode where you can just do like a quick skirmish. And having these screens on top of each other and a touch screen, this is actually a sick way of playing the Nintendo DS. So if you only play like stylus games, it's actually amazing. I remember doing this for about 20 or 30 minutes, just messing around on this skirmish. I can't actually see what I'm picking, by the way. And just like being sort of amazed at just how intuitive this is. It just feels really good. I'm just going to end turn. I'm not going to do anything serious, but it's pretty cool. I don't know if there's a phone out now where it like folds in the middle and you can like fold it, but that would be really sick. Even though it wouldn't fold exactly where the two screens are, but I think the way fold phones work are you don't see the fold. I'm not interested in fold phones, but yeah, that's really cool. I forget how you select games. I don't know if there's another game I could look at. Because a lot of these games, I guess this is when, oh, I don't know, how quickly could I get into this game? Could I do it quickly? This is a great pen, by the way. I really like this pen. Apparently the newest version of this phone has like an insane like latency for actually touching the screen. That name is perfect. Dr. Drast. I'm right-handed. Yes. Adventure. Please tell me I can skip cutscenes. Okay, so that's actually pretty badass. And this pen's quite long, so you can be like... I think this is a super cool way of playing DS games. In fact, I'm actually... Well, actually, I don't like playing this game like this. But, I feel like this could be like a video itself. Just like playing DS games like this. Because it's super cool. So if I was going to do any gaming on my phone, I think it would literally be DS games. Oops. But God, it does make you sort of realize how like tall your phone is. I don't want to talk to Grandma, I want to run around. Yeah, definitely could get used to playing DS games like this. Super cool. Right, well that's the end of this video. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to test, but that is gaming on a smartphone on Android. And I think there's some really good reasons to like play retro. But yeah, this is just going to be a personal taste thing. If you want to turn your phone into a gaming device and do this sort of thing, it works really well as long as you've got like the power to do so. Older phones are probably not going to get to like Dreamcast and above, but if you like the idea of just whipping out your phone and playing some classic games, it's actually really cool. I think this DS thing is sick. You can probably like buy pens for your phone that work really well, so that might be a really interesting idea to do. But yeah, if you like the video, give it a like. Give me a subscription. Give me a subscription. Who says that? Subscribe to my videos for more videos. Wow, I've really screwed up this ending. I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna go. See ya. Bye bye.